Hello, Wolfe Realty. In a video not too awful long ago, I made about doing counteroffers. So I'd like to do another kind of part 2 series to dive into that just a little bit more based on questions that we had on that particular video and interactions from you, which we appreciate. Do you always counter? I think that was the number one question that came from that video. One, that's kind of a dicey question. You don't always have to counter. That's a yes or a no. For one, is the offer that you received agreeable to your seller? Does it match the terms that your seller needs in that offer? And when I say that, sales price, closing date, inspection deadlines, loan commitment, do they have their pre-approval? All of those good things. Number 2, it's truly your seller's choice if your seller counteroffers that offer. I would say explain what's going on with the offer, the things that you like about it, and the things you dislike. And I typically try to keep the items that I like first and say, these are the things I really like about this offer. Or this agent has been maybe I don't like the offer at all, right? But maybe the agent has been very good at communication. So I'll typically let the seller know, like, hey, this agent has been super good at communicating with me, and I like that. So hopefully that's a place where we can build on, but these are the things in the offer I'm concerned about for you. Number 3, you can clean up the contract by a counteroffer or an amendment. If you do an amendment, typically that means the majority of your contract is in fact seller ready and that the seller likes the terms in there, that it's a pretty clean offer. The amendment would clean up things like the deadline date, maybe the title company that the buyer was going to close at, something of that nature would be an amendment. However, if you are counteroffering terms of the contract, for example, who's paying title, how many days for inspection, do you allow for municipal inspections? If you're in a rural area, you don't have occupancy code, things of that nature, maybe that's an NA or a 0, right? So think about the things that are in that contract. And of course, loan and appraisal are always things that you would clean up in a counteroffer instead of an amendment. And again, that counteroffer, if I need to clean up terms of the contract, typically a counteroffer is the best solution. A lot of cleanup amendments can be sent to the title company if you have not received them as an agent. So whether you're on the buy side or the sell side, you can in advance send those to the title company maybe a week before closing and say, hey, this amendment is part of our closing bundle and we require this to be signed prior to dispersal. And they'll make sure they include that. Okay, I hope this helps you with, do you counteroffer, do you not? What happens? You don't always have to counteroffer, but if you don't like the offer, of course, counteroffer. Don't just reject it and let it be dead unless there's major reasons as why to do so. All right. If you have other thoughts, of course, drop them below. Like this video and follow us. If you love this content, we try to do our best, and I definitely build on the videos by the questions that I receive from you. So again, until next time, thanks so much.